Oh, I'm sorry,
Sure.
you didn't get your hand up there high enough.
Not quick enough. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Chair, members, committee. I appreciate the opportunity to come here and speak before you. I'm Jason Campbell, the Executive Officer for the Board of Podiatric Medicine. My board has not had the opportunity to actually take a position for or against this bill to date, but they do expect to hear that at the next board meeting in June. We will have committee meetings in May next month, and this is something they will be looking at, it particular to the provisions that deal with the Board of Podiatric Medicine being under the jurisdiction of the medical board. We do want to point out some concerns that we have had, in particular, beginning with some disenfranchisement or unintended consequences by separating out the Board of Podiatric Medicine from the medical board, because we do have some odd 60 years of presumption within the Business and Professions Code that the two agencies are closely affiliated and intertwined. And for example, I myself, with board counsel, have gone through the Business and Professions Code and have identified about 19 separate provisions that would essentially disenfranchise our authority to do some things in order to enforce the Medical Practice Act. We can certainly provide that to committee to look at, but this is something that is of concern because obviously we would be responsible for enforcing the Podiatric Medical Act, and some of these provisions are very, very important. Beginning with provisions for having applicants provide their fingerprints. It is questionable if that jurisdiction is removed that we would even have the authority to do something like that. So we would want and hope for language that would make that clear. Secondly, while it's certainly not insurmountable, we are a very small board, and given the affiliation that we have had with the medical board for these many years, most, if not all, of our enforcement services are being handled by the medical board on what they call an allocation of services. I have certainly looked for an actual executed contract, and I have not found any document whatsoever that would lead me to believe that it was a vendor contract relationship, but those services were being provided simply on an affiliation basis because we are part of the medical board. And so we would be concerned that if there were no guarantee in language or statute to ensure that those services could continue to be offered by the medical board, there would certainly be a question as to our ability to be able to handle those services internally because we only have 4 staff, and our preliminary calculations indicate that it would take about an additional 2 more bodies at a cost about $150,000 to $170,000. Given that we are running on a very razor-thin margin, we would not have that kind of money available to us. So those are some of the very 2 preliminary concerns that we wanted to bring to committee's attention. Again, the board has not taken a position for or against yet, but we did just want to present that for everybody's consideration.
Thank you for your comments. Any other opposition come forward?
Hi, Jody Hicks, representing the California Podiatric Medical Association, and we don't have a formal position on this either. It was just amended, and the board is meeting next week. I think, though, based on the concerns that the board has raised, some of our members have raised concerns as well. And I think for the association, and I understand as well that the board members are talking and have agreed to continue to talk, so we look forward to continuing those conversations and working with the senator. I think what we want to ensure is the intent of the bill is to have the Podiatric Medical Board issuing the license instead of the medical board, and just want to make sure that that doesn't have any other implications, especially when it comes to discipline. Right now, the intake is happening through the medical board, and my understanding is that can still happen on a contracting basis, but without the affiliate relationship, want to make sure that that's still happening and happening appropriately, and that the standard of care is the same for podiatrists doing some of the same procedures as orthopedic physicians. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any comments, questions from the...
And Madam Chair, if there are questions of the medical board, the medical, Jennifer's here from the medical board, be happy to answer those related to
Any
this issue,
questions
but I
from
think
committee
it's still
members?
working on it. And if I could, I know you probably, go ahead, Senator, I'm sorry. No, I was going to have, the dental board executive director is here, and because when we looked at this bill, the idea of having CODA or a larger, a reputable, an international accreditation look at this issue seemed to be a better way to go than to have the dental board have to take that responsibility on to try and approve of these schools around the world. And so there was a lot of discussion, and I think that you could probably explain it a lot better than I could in the thing. So thank you.
Good evening. My name is Karen Fisher, and I'm the Executive Officer of the Dental Board of California. The board itself has not taken a position on this bill yet. They will be meeting in May to discuss it further, so I'm here predominantly to answer any questions that you may have. You will see that the bill essentially just allows the board to accept CODA or another accrediting agency's essentially results and adopt them of our own. So we're adding an additional ability to not have to review the school on our own and not have to make site visits. Currently, the board is in process, as Senator Polanco has mentioned, reviewing an application for Moldova. We have not been able to get approval to go there from the governor's office. And so this could hinder any future evaluations of schools that are out of country and our ability to get there. I will like to clarify something in that the standards that the board currently uses to evaluate dental schools are the CODA standards, and that CODA did not have an international review program at the time that AB 1116 came into being. They do now. And so I believe there are 5 schools going through the international program at CODA at this time. And I'm here to answer any additional questions you may have.
Thank you.
Any additional, Senator Mendoza?
Yeah, I'll follow up a little bit on what you were saying. So why do you want to contract out with CODA? Why specifically? Is it because the governor doesn't approve travel times on time, or what is it?
We would not be contracting out with CODA. Essentially, if a foreign dental school went to CODA themselves, had an evaluation and got approval, we would just be able to accept that as our own finding and to be able to approve the foreign dental school. We don't have that option now.
Okay, why? Because I rather.
We just don't, we don't have that authority in statute now.
I understand, but why would you want to let somebody else do that when you've been doing it all these years, you've been doing a great job.
All dental schools in the United States are approved by CODA. All the 6 dental schools in California are approved by CODA. If the legislature's intent was to make sure that foreign dental graduates had an equivalent education, why not go to an institution that was expertise in this area to be able to make that evaluation? Our dental board members have 1 faculty member on board. I'm participating in the current evaluation. I have a master's degree in public administration, no education background at all. So, I mean, the expertise behind the board members to be able to make this evaluation could be greatly enhanced by having the ability to go to a institution, essentially, that is able to do this.
I would like to maybe have Senator Polanco answer that particular part.
Existing law, if you look at your analysis, members, if you look at your analysis, number B, the DOB may contract with outside consultant or national professional organization to survey and evaluate. That's existing law under the penal code.
But there's no
And so-
contracting involved in this. This is to accept their accreditation standards and their decision to basically, I don't say relieve, but it's putting trust in a international accreditation agency, which I think is superior, no reflection on the dental board, but superior to the staffing of the dental board going to Moldova to evaluate a school and try to make those findings when you have an international accreditation body that can do this and does it on a regular basis that every other institution has to apply for, and a standard that's already accepted.
Let me respond, if I may. The gentleman who is on the faculty who is doing this evaluation is the gentleman who did the evaluation at LaSalle. University. And so the expertise is here in California. To put it to an international, the downside is that the accountability, being able to go to any one of us or to this board, now you've created a letter that you have to go if you have issues with the accreditation. I'm of the opinion, members, that there's nothing broken here. There really isn't. And if they chose to use CODA, then we would have done it, I mean, back then. And to the argument that it is now available, then don't throw everything out. If you want options, options are good. Let the applicant make the choice. Let the applicant decide whether it's an international approach of accreditation, or let the applicant come to the California Dental Board and honor the existing statutes that have been on the books that are working and that are not creating difficulty other than maybe an inconvenience to someone who may not be able at the time to attend the visit. But there are plenty out there, individuals, members, based on my conversation with professionals in this field, who would very gladly step up to the plate. Simply for conveniences is not a good reason to change a good public policy. Let's create two options. Let the applicant move and apply to an international, but don't throw away what you have that's working already.
Mr. Chair, just to finish up, I don't want to take too much time here. I do share the same concerns. I think you can use the principles of CODA and still, as you go and visit these sites, without having to say we don't want to use them at all. You can still adopt them and use them for you to guide you, but I still think that you need to be the one making the decision and being a part of being accountable to whatever decisions you make. And Mr. Chair, I think that having this part in your bill really makes it difficult for me to kind of support. I think it needs to be taken out and put in a separate bill so we can have just a discussion on this one piece that I do think merits a bill by itself, so we could have a full discussion on it, because I think being incorporated into this big omnibus bill, it really makes it difficult to kind of, we like some parts, this part sticks out a little bit that we need to have further discussion. I'm hoping that as we move forward, that you can take this part out and put it in a separate bill, and we could have a good discussion on it if we can. I don't know how you can consider that, and we still have time, obviously, in next week or two to kind of put it somewhere, but if you can consider that, because I do think this part really needs to have separate discussion.
Well, this, I mean, I think we've had the discussion, I guess, as I look at it, this is, if I could ask the question, how does the medical board evaluate schools, foreign schools?
So the medical board has all the schools fill out an assessment form, and then we have a medical expert actually review the information that the school turns in, and sometimes a site visit is needed, sometimes not. It depends on and then it goes to the board for final approval.
Is there a CODA that, or an accreditation board or body that they use to establish the standards? Or is it done by the board and you don't have to have certain standards?
It is done by the board. We don't deem, kind of like what you're saying, someone else approves it. But it is, I mean, it is a workload issue for the board, and we are backlogged in approving some of the international medical schools because it's very time intensive for staff. We have to get an expert to look at it, and it's a time intensive process just because, we get certain information and then we have to go back to the school for more information. Then we have to, take that to our board, and sometimes we have to be approved to do a site visit, which is sometimes hard to be approved for that out of country travel. So we do it ourselves based on making sure they meet the requirements in existing law that we have for schools in the United States, but it is something that board staff does.
Okay, thank you. I think we could, probably, I guess the concern is the medical board hasn't taken that issue up for a vote yet to either determine to support it or not in terms of this legislation. I think it'd be nice to have them make that decision before we move. So we will strike that part up from the bill and move forward with the other part and then bring that forward after that.
Is that an amendment
That would be an amendment, yes, thank you.
So, Madam Chair, I'll make the motion to support the bill and also with the amendment that the chair just mentioned.
Any other comments would you like?
No, just respectfully ask for an aye vote on the rest, thank you.
I vote. Madam Secretary, you want to call a roll?
Motion is due pass as amended to Senate Appropriations. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates.
No.
Bates, no. Berryhill. Block. Block, aye. Galgiani. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Jackson. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. Wachowski. Wachowski, aye.
Senator Hill, I'm not supportive of the fees that are in here, and I didn't have a chance to discuss that, but we can
I
talk
understand.
about it later.
Very good, thank you. I'll move, thank you.
Okay.
Move on to item number 8, Madam Chair, if that's all right.
Yes, move on.
SB 11, thank you, Madam Chair. Members, SB 1193 is a sunset bill for the Board of Pharmacy. The bill extends the board's operations for 4 years, makes changes to the pharmacy law in order to improve the board's work regulating licensees involved in the acquisition, storage, distribution, and dispensing of dangerous drugs and dangerous devices. Most notably, this bill provides oversight to the board for outsourcing facilities. SB 1193 requires a pharmacy using an automated delivery device to register with the board. The bill also improves the timeline by which the board must approve clinic licenses. I respectfully ask for aye vote, members.
Move the bill.
We have a motion, witnesses and support.
I'm Virginia Harrell. I'm the Executive Officer of the Board of Pharmacy. I thank Senator Hill for authoring this bill and wish him a happy birthday. And I ask for your aye vote as well.
Other witnesses in support? Witnesses in opposition?
Good evening, Madam Chair, members. Mandy Lee on behalf of PharMEDium. We are one of the over 50 federally registered 503B outsourcing facilities in the United States and the industry that would be regulated under this bill. I want to first thank the author and the sponsor for authoring this bill. I think it's an important one. I want to say from the outset that we support the bill moving forward. We do not have a position on the bill just yet, as amendments were just in print. I do want to quickly note, and out of respect for the committee's time, I want to note just 3 concerns that we have. The first is the bill requires us to turn over a number of reports to the Board of Pharmacy. We have no issue with that. The only thing that we would ask is that those reports remain for the regulator's eyes only. So we'd like some confidentiality requirements around that. The second is there are 2 provisions that regulate in-state and out-of-state outsourcing facilities. One of them is slightly different, and it comes down to really just one word, and we'd like for the regulation of in-state and out-of-state outsourcing facilities to be uniform. And the third is noticing requirements for recalls and adverse events, and we just ask that they more closely align to the FDA requirements. So with that, we look forward to working with the author's office, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any additional opposition? There's none. Any questions from committee? We have a motion?
Just
go
wonder
ahead.
if the author would be willing to consider those.
Oh, we're going to be looking at that, absolutely, as the bill moves. Thank you, Madam. Thank you.
Would you like to close, Senator?
Respectfully ask for an aye vote, members. Thank you. Thank you.
Secretary, call a roll.
Motion is due pass to Senate Appropriations. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates.
Aye.
Bates, aye. Berryhill. Block. Block, aye. Galgiani. Galgiani, aye. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Jackson. Jackson, aye. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. Wachowski. Wachowski, aye. 8-0.
That bill has how many votes? 8? And have the hold roll
I'll go
open?
to item
Yeah.
number, I'll move to item number 9, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Very good. This is SB 1194, is the next of the 4 sunset bills that I will present. It extends the operation of the Board of Psychology for 4 years and makes the following changes. It amends the statutes related to psychological assistance, psychologist academic requirements, and continuing education, and also establishes policies for posting licensee information on the board's website. This bill also allows the board to issue a retired license to an individual who has served an honorable career and no longer wants to practice. Lastly, this bill contains author's amendments that catch some technical changes that weren't included in the previous amendment. Respectfully ask for an aye vote, members.
Move the bill, Madam Chair.
There's a motion to approve. Witnesses in support.
Good evening, committee members. Antoinette Sork, Executive Officer of the Board of Psychology. The board has not taken an official position on the bill. However, our Policy and Advocacy Committee did take a support position and will be bringing it to the full board in May. We appreciate the author's willingness to work with us on amendments and taking additional language changes. So appreciate your aye vote.
Additional witnesses in support?
No, she's with me.
Thank you very much, members of the committee. I'm Dr. Jo Linder Crow. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the California Psychological Association. We are the membership organization for psychology in California with over 4,000 members. Psychology is the only doctoral level mental health profession, and we fully support the 4-year extension of the Board of Psychology. We particularly support the requirement that eligible licensees are graduates of accredited institution, as well as the establishment of the retired license category for those psychologists who are at the end of an active career. We urge you, I vote on the bill, and we appreciate your time very much.
Thank you. Witnesses in opposition? There are none. Any questions from board members? We have a motion. You want to call, we have a motion. You want to call a roll? Madam
Yes, motion
Secretary.
is due pass as amended to Senate Appropriations. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates.
Aye.
Bates, aye. Berryhill. Berryhill, aye. Block. Block, aye. Galgiani. Galgiani, aye. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Jackson. Jackson, aye. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. Wachowski. Wachowski, aye.
That bill is out on its way to appropriations. Senator Hill.
Very good, thank you. This would be
Number
item
11.
Item number 11. The SB 1196 is the Bureau of Real Estate and Bureau of Real Estate Appraisers Sunset Bill. The bill subject both bureaus to review by the appropriate policy committees of the legislature in 4 years. SB 1196 also provides the Real Estate Commissioner the authority to suspend the license of a real estate licensee who has entered into a guilty plea for a felony or a crime substantially related to the qualifications, functions, or duties of a real estate license. Lastly, the bill will require an applicant for a real estate appraiser's license to complete a course and examination that tests the applicant's knowledge of state and federal laws relating to the practice of appraising. I respectfully ask for aye vote on this measure.
Witnesses in support?
Oh,
Move the bill.
Witnesses in opposition? None. Committee comments, questions? None.
Respectfully ask for aye vote, members. Thank you.
Call the roll. We did have a motion.
Motion is due pass the Senate Appropriations. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates.
Aye.
Bates, aye. Berryhill. Berryhill, aye. Block. Block, aye. Galgiani. Galgiani, aye. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Jackson. Where's she? Jackson, aye. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. Wachowski. Wachowski, aye. 9-0.
9-0, it's out on its way to appropriations.
Very good, thank you. So we will go back now and call the absent members. Item number 1, SB 896, Senator Nguyen. Please call the absent members.
Bates. Aye. Bates, aye. Berryhill.
Item number 1, SB 896.
Berryhill. Block, or excuse me, Hernandez. Jackson. Wachowski. Okay, that is. Jackson, aye. Jackson, aye. It's 4-2.
4-2. That bill has 4-2.
Berryhill, aye. 5-2.
5-2, the bill is out. Item number 2, SB 1039. Current votes 5-1. Please call the absent members.
Berryhill.
Number 2, SB 1039.
Berryhill, no. Galgiani. Galgiani, aye. Jackson. Okay, that's 6-2.
6-2.
It's out.
6-2, the bill is out. Item number 3, SB 1048. I'm sorry, SB 1044, my mistake. Item number 3, current vote is
8-0.
8-1?
8-0.
8-0. Please call the absent member.
Berryhill. Berryhill, aye.
9-0, that bill is out. Item number 4, SB 1085, Senator Roth. Current vote is 8-0. Please call the absent member.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye.
9-0, that bill is out. Item number 5, SB 1101, Senator Wachowski, current votes 5-0. Please call the absent member.
Berryhill. Block. Block, aye. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye.
8-0, that bill is out. Item number 6, SB 1125, Senator Nguyen. Current votes 8-0.
Berryhill. Berryhill, aye.
9-0, that bill is out. Item number 7, SB 1177, Senator Galgiani. Please call the absent members.
Berryhill. Berryhill, aye. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye.
9-0, that bill is out. Item number 8, SB 1193, current vote 8-0. Please call the absent members.
Berryhill. Berryhill, aye.
9-0, that bill is out. Item number 10, SB 1195, current vote 3-0. Please call the absent members.
Bates. Berryhill. Galgiani. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Galgiani, aye. Jackson. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. 6-0.
6-0, that bill is out. Thank you. Item number 11, SB 1196, is that out?
Yeah.
9-0. Item number 12, SB 1217, Senator Stone, current vote 2-1. Please call the absent members.
Block. Galgiani. Hernandez. Hernandez, no. Jackson. Mendoza. Wachowski. Mendoza, aye.
Item 12. Item 12,
Yeah, what's the current vote on that?
It's 2-1.
it's 2-1?
It's 3.
What's the current vote?
Is he out? Hold on. Is he saying, did
So
you
go
say
ahead.
aye on?
I'm saying no.
You're staying out, okay, thank. Galgiani, no. Okay, Wachowski. All right, so that's 2-3.
2-3, that bill fails.
I'd like to ask for reconsideration.
Reconsideration
for,
granted without
Senator
objection.
Thank you.
Item number 14, SB 1261.
Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. 9-0.
9-0, that bill is out. Senator Pavley, item 15, SB 1331, 7-0. Please call the absent members.
Berryhill? Berryhill, aye. Wachowski? 8-0.
8-0, that bill is out. The consent calendar, item 18 and 19. Please, current vote is
5-0.
5-0. Please call the absent members.
Berryhill? Berryhill, aye. Galgiani? Galgiani, aye. Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Mendoza? Mendoza, aye. 9-0.
9-0, those bills are out. That concludes our hearing for today. Thank you all for your patience. The hearing's adjourned.